Who says she needs a straight pipe? Alright, it is Thursday morning. I made all those round bales last night. We're not done, by the way, but it's still too early to go down to my place and finish up because I went and checked it last night, or this morning, and it's all raked up, but it's pretty damp yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go haul a couple loads of hay while we're waiting for that to dry. And then probably like noon, 1 o'clock, I'll go down and finish baling. There's probably 15 bales or so I got to make yet down at home. And we're going to be hauling these in and getting them under storage someplace. Got a bit of net wrap yet. Like I said, I've been wrapping these because they're really light grass bales and they don't want to stay compressed. So just 2 wraps of net wrap, and the bale really stresses that net wrap, as in it's not keeping it as tight as I'd like, especially for having to move it at least twice, you know, loading it and then moving it from the wagon to the shed. Then as far as getting it out of the shed to feed it, that's kind of irrelevant, but we want this stuff to be able to keep for a few months. It's going to be, well, depending on what kind of winter we have, but it's probably going to be closer to March, April when we go to feed this stuff, because this is probably going to be some of the last hay that we feed, because we got a bunch of stuff that's stored outside that we will feed first, just to get it used up, because the quality is just going to gradually drop as we go. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my camera mount in the Bobcat, and I'll let you guys watch us load a hay or so. Just keep watching. And here we go. This is actually the second load of hay that we hauled in today. Say the first load, we actually had that bale that blew up on me that we were dealing with, and I just happened to remember to turn the camera on. But we just went and picked up the bales down around Ryan's pond. Yes, there is a little bit of a pond at his place. It's more of a drain for the water that comes off the field on the back side of his place. And he's really good at taking his time. I think for the most part I actually outran him everywhere we went. But the 46 is a little bit of overkill, but it really did work nice for the weight it has, because we were going up my driveway with this hay, and the 4020 actually spun out a little bit the last time, so we figured we'd just stay in the safe side and go with the 4640. So we actually had to move it out of the way anyway, so it made it the decision to use that much easier. I can't say I'm really too crazy about loading 8 or more bales in this thing. It's meant for 6. I've seen these bale wagons where that main beam running down the center, the whole thing is just in a big bow. And I would rather that not happen to this, because I'm stuck with this carrier for quite a while. Although I was looking in the tractor house, you know, daydreaming, window shopping, and I see that there was a 8 bale carrier design with 2 of the main beams running down it. It looked really sturdy, and I could see buying something like that and pulling this wagon of my own and, you know, another wagon like that, you know, all in one long line. And we'd have to get a few more acres going before we could justify something like that, because to justify that, it would come down to time is money, and as of right now we don't have enough hay that it's not taking up enough of my time hauling in the hay we have with the equipment we're currently using to be able to pencil out buying another wagon. But this wagon, we've only had a bale carrier for 2 years now, or this is the second year with it, and I gotta tell you, we really have needed one of these. I use it quite a bit even in the winter when we're moving fodder bales or hay bales between the farms. Closer to the end of the winter where we gotta shift feed around to make sure we can feed all the cattle. But another loader would really help too, but you just use what you got. But as far as this hay goes, these bales, we couldn't have asked for much better quality hay, grass, whatever. It's really dry. I mean, the stuff was practically disintegrating every time as it was going into the pickup. And I know for a fact that the cattle are going to eat the stuff like candy. Say it's currently, well, just say I'm actually talking to you right now, later tonight as you're watching this video. Um, I got done putting all the bales in. They're all stored inside. I got in the house about 10 o'clock at night. I didn't bother filming that, but yeah, you got to be kind of handy when you're loading these bales like this because the pallets will tear up the wrap on the lower bales if you're not careful. And I didn't do any footage of me unloading it, but yeah, and see, this is a perfect example of me chasing Ryan out of the field. That's all I have for hauling the hay in, guys. I appreciate you watching. Take care, take it easy, keep in touch, and don't forget to subscribe.